Hey guys, welcome to this installation setup for MacBook. So the previous series I talked about on how to install the Xampp server on the Windows computer. So in this current series now, you'll be learning how to install the Xampp server on your MacBook, on how to run it. So I'll be teaching you everything you need to do on the MacBook to run the Apache and the PHP admin. So the very first thing to do is to go to your what's it called, to your Google, then type Xampp. Go to your Google, type Xampp, because WAMP server cannot work for what is it called, for MacBook. You can't use WAMP server for MacBook. It's not available at the moment. So in order to use a server on your MacBook, you need a Xampp server. So we are going to be using Xampp. Search for Xampp. Now once you are in Xampp, you are going to see the installation type over here. So you click on the OX, the MacBook type. So you click on the Xampp for MacBook. Once you click on it, you download it and install it. After downloading and installing it, then you can use your command space to search for the Xampp. So just type Xampp. After installing it, type Xampp, then you wait for it to come up. So Xampp server, so let's look for it. Xampp. Okay, let me try to check it here. Okay, it is called Manager OXX, not Xampp. So let me do it again. Command space. Now use command space to do that, or better still, you can click on this search icon here. So click on the search icon and it's going to pop this search for you. After you are done installing the Xampp, click on the search icon, or you use your command space to bring this search icon out. Then search for Manager OX. That is where the Xampp is compiled to. As you can see now, Manager OX. After you are done installing the Xampp server, so you search Manager OX to open it up. You can't use Xampp to open it up. Just search Manager OX, then click on it. Just double click on it and it's going to come up. After it comes up, input your password. Then it's going to load the Manager OX. Now as you can see, Xampp has been embedded into the Manager OX. Now in this place now, you are going to click on the manage server. In the manage server area, click on the MySQL database, start it, and also click on the Apache web server, then start it also. So you wait for it to start. Make sure it started before you minimizing this application. Okay, so both of them are now running. After running, you minimize it. Now I have minimized it. Now after you are done installing the Xampp server on your computer, you go to your Finder. A folder will be created for you under your Finder. Just go to your to your name. Once you go to your name, scroll down to the application area. Go to your name, then application. Oh, sorry. Let me go to my user again. Drop down the application. Wow, why am I saying Chrome app? It's not Chrome app. Okay, let's look for the application area. Okay, this is the application area. So make sure you are in the application area. Now it has loaded. The application area has loaded now. In this application area, you are going to find all your application that you have installed so far. All the app you have installed. As you can see, these are my installed app. In this installed app area, you are going to locate Xampp folder. This is my Xampp folder. As you can see, I have my Xampp folder in this place. Now this Xampp folder that you are looking at is where we are going to be adding our files. Now this Xampp folder where we have the bin, the etc. Now after you have located this Xampp folder, the next thing you have to do is to locate these Xampp files. Inside the Xampp, you are going to see Xampp files. Can you see the Xampp files? You are going to locate Xampp files. This Xampp folder Inside Xampp folder, you are going to locate Xampp files. Now inside Xampp files, you are going to locate the htdocs. Now this is the htdocs. Now inside this htdoc, you are going to locate all the files that you have created so far, if you have added a file before. Now actually this is not my first time of using it, so for you that are using it for the first time, you might not see folders in your htdoc area. So now for us to make a test of this Xampp server that we have just installed, the very first thing for you to do is to create a new folder in this htdoc area. So I'm going to create php beginner. Okay, in this page beginner folder, I will enter into the folder. As you can see, the folder is empty. Now I want to view this folder in my VS Code. To do that, I will go to my VS Code. Now under my VS Code, I will click on what? Open. That is going to show my finder. Once it show my finder, I'm going to go to the applications, then locate my Xampp. This is my Xampp, then Xampp files. Inside Xampp files, htdoc. Inside my htdoc, I'm going to locate php beginner, which is this folder. Okay, after I click on php beginner, I'm going to click on open. Okay, so let me close this pop-up ad. Sorry. So my php beginner folder has been loaded. This is the folder that has been loaded. So I'm going to create a new file here, a new file called index.php for us to test it. So in my index.php file, I'm going to introduce my php syntax. So php, so the same thing. Inside this place, I'm going to echo I am working fine. Echo I am working fine. Now save it. After saving it, I'll go to my browser. Now just the same way we run from the Windows. Now the same name I call my folder is what I'm going to use to locate it on my browser. So now my name here is php beginner. I will click on new tab now. Then I will type localhost. Now my localhost will now be php beginner. Then enter. Now as you can see, it says what? It says I'm working. Let me zoom in my screen so that you can see what I'm talking about. As you can see, it says what? I am working fine. So that is how you can run your server on your MacBook. And in case you mistakenly turn off your MacBook, let's take for an instance, you restart your MacBook and all this stuff has been cancelled, and this one too has been cancelled, because once it's cancelled, it's not going to run. If I refresh this page now, it's going to give me an issue. So in order to restore this data back, let's assume it's not in your taskbar, because I added this to my taskbar. I pin it inside this place. I actually pin it to the dock. So you can also pin yours to the dock. So let's assume it's not here. So the very best thing to do is just to click on this search and search for what? Manager OX. That's how to do it. Okay, thank you for this series. Now continue with the video and enjoy the PHP development.